Calm down.
All right, mate.
How's she going?
Not bad. Not bad.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we had a break, didn't we, last week?
We did. We took a little rest.
But I'm back at work, so I know I can't really complain. It's not that bad, but now I have to get up at 6 o'clock sometimes. It's taken me a little while to get back into the swing of things. I'm fucking tired today, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you.
You look a bit shook, all right.
I am tired. Route 101 is probably going to be a bit petulant. What have you been doing today?
Not
this
really.
week?
This whole week was a write-off because we had a heavy night there a couple of weeks ago, or last week, this time last week, or a couple of days.
We did, yeah.
I'm getting old. It took me the whole week to recover, basically.
You have been suffering from that, haven't you, I think?
Yeah. And in fairness, I was getting a bit worried, but Richard, who's 10 years younger than us, was having the same thing. So, and he was on a similar kind of a flight plan as I was that day. So
I was in work the next day, so
yeah,
no sympathy. No sympathy.
Fair play to you. I wouldn't have been able to go to work. No way.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that bombshell,
let's crack on. This is number 12, I think.
Should we just move on? Yeah.
Podcast number 12.
Okay, let's get on with it.
Welcome to Room 101. This week, we'll hand you straight over to Finn. He's egging to tell me something. He looks excited.
I'm not really excited. I feel like I'm not sure I can fully justify this.
Okay.
It just came in a sort of petulant wave on the subway there before. And like I said, I'm just tired. So I was like, fuck it. I was having a hard time thinking of something that annoyed me this week, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But I have always thought this in a way. So I'll tell you. Okay, I want to put into Room 101 any and all TV series, TV dramas, series, new ones. I can see you looking at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I tell you, the only one I'll allow in is The Sopranos.
Okay.
Anything else, gone.
Whoa.
Bullshit.
That's a big one. You might have to give a couple of reasons.
I know that everybody loves TV series.
So you're talking Game of Thrones.
That's the main one.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, all of it. I don't even
Break. All of these type things. Basically.
Prison Break, Lost. I will allow The Sopranos because it was amazing.
That was just like an extended version of the fucking Godfather.
It was just brilliant. However, if I have to put The Sopranos in. No, I'm not going to say that. No. I won't put The Sopranos in. But I'm sick of fucking TV series, basically. I'm sick of them. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care how good you say a TV series is. It's a poor man's movie.
Yeah.
If you put any TV show in front of me and a decent movie, there's no competition. So why do we fuck around with these TV shows?
To be honest, I think they're probably going to die a death anyway because people's concentration span has gone from movies to binge watching stuff to now watching a 10-second clip on TikTok. So
I love movies. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I love movie because it's 2.5 hours long. Let's say it's 2.5 hours long. It's got it's got a really high budget. So everything, all the money. I mean. One modern movie is probably worth like way more than a whole TV series, wouldn't you say?
It depends on the TV series, I reckon.
Well, either way, but they've got a lot of money, and all of that goes into like a 2.5 hour brilliant spectacle of acting, scenery, directing. You have the best of everything you could possibly want in a movie. So I don't give a fuck what you say. Any TV series is definitely second best. Now, when I say this, people will say, there's always someone who goes, but have you seen bloody this?
Well, I was going to say...
whatever. Whatever you're going to say to me.
I enjoyed the first... I can kind of see where you're coming from, because I enjoyed the first series of Game of Thrones.
I've never seen it.
Then it just went, like... then it just becomes... fucking starts becoming like totally unreal. I know it's not a reality show, but like,
unrealistic.
But like it becomes like you can see they're struggling to come up with a story,
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, I really did enjoy Breaking Bad, to be honest with you.
I've actually watched, I think it was like 2 series of Breaking Bad, and I did what you said. I binge watched it because it was on DVD or whatever. And it's okay.
Okay, not big. The
It's all right.
Ozarks. Have you seen the Ozarks?
I've, honestly, anything
Pretty
you
decent.
ask me that I've seen, I probably haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm scared about justifying this, because I haven't actually fucking seen any of these things. I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I've never seen an episode of Lost.
Like, what are you putting it in based on? Like, are you putting it in based on a specific series? And
No, because I've never seen any of them. I'm putting it in based on, I've seen like the odd episode, the odd clip. Even everyone goes on about The Wire. Fuck, I watched 3 episodes of that. I was like, the fuck is this?
I went through about 2 months ago. I watched all the Ozarks. I think that has 3 series. I really enjoyed it. But again, season 1, amazing. 2, nah. 3, you're starting to go, come on now.
Well, this is what I'm talking about.
Right?
Why I think we've started to sort of our standards are dropping. We're like, oh no, it's pretty good for a TV series. There's this and there's this and there's that. Why don't you just want to watch a fucking brilliant movie where every ounce of everyone's work has been poured into like a 2.5 hour explosion of mintness,
and you end up with a Little Shop of Horrors.
Let's not get started on that again, mate.
No, but
I'm not talking about. I'm not saying every movie's good.
But what I was going to say was I started to look for other ones, and seemingly The Wire is like ranked almost number 1.
Oh, my brother told me all the time.
Maybe Sopranos is 1, and then The Wire is 2. It's the biggest load of cack I ever seen. I couldn't get past the first 20 minutes because they're the most fake fucking cops I ever seen in my life. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Every one of them is like either super cool or super handsome. Like, cops are not like that. Like,
that's exactly what I thought. And
most
everyone was
cops
telling
in
me
the United States are either fucking psychopaths with a fucking AR-17 strapped to their waist, or a big fat lad eating fucking donuts. They're not like a cool Latina and a fucking awesome looking Asian guy and all. That's not reality.
Everyone's in with fucking 5 o'clock shadow and leather jackets. Yeah. Fuck off.
And every word that comes out of their mouth is like a catchphrase. Like, it's just
exactly.
They can fuck that right
all
off.
I'm saying, I remember when like sort of TV series started to come out. Let me tell you, I remember a couple of ones that were, and these was when I was young, so I didn't really. So we didn't have the access to stuff we have now. You just had what was on a Thursday night on Channel 4. ER was pretty good.
Yeah, but
pretty good.
Oh no, but see, that's kind of different to me, right? Because I think it's a bit different in a way because you had the ones, the likes of like Lost and them that you knew there were going to be like, I don't know, 8 episodes per season or something like that. But ER and like Friends, I would even like Friends and them. And,
I have to go and finish.
Do you know, I might lump them in as the same thing as it was kind of a long running show, like fucking EastEnders or Coronation Street almost. I wouldn't lump them into the same. Because, ER was pretty good. Like,
well, listen, can I just say...
House of Cards was pretty awesome as well.
Can I just say, I'm not including sitcoms or comedies in this. Like, I've watched every episode of Californication and I fucking love it.
But theoretically, you could call that a TV show as well.
I can, but I want to say, but this is that was a comedy drama, and it was like a tongue-in-cheek, and that's why I liked it, and it had some funny things and loads of shagging. And what I don't like is these like sort of these more serious dramas. I know there's comedy elements to it, but if you tell me things, I'll tell you if it's acceptable or not. I can't give you like a definitive rule.
No, I know.
However, I'm definitely not including sitcoms because they're brilliant. They're not, to me, they're not TV shows.
They're not what you're talking about.
That's a different thing.
Basically, they are
sitcoms. I love.
Shows,
I love sitcoms, but I remember when they first started coming out, and I used to watch and really love NYPD Blue. Don't you remember that?
It was alright.
I used to watch Homicide: Life on the Street. That was pretty good. I used to watch ER. I thought that was good. Then I
never watched it, but I watched the odd show. It was alright. Like,
then I watched The Sopranos and was like, "Fuck me, that was absolutely amazing." And then everything that's been then since, I'm like, I feel like we're being hoodwinked into watching some lower standard shit. When there's loads of movies you can watch.
There are a few good ones, other good ones out there that.
But it's like a good one comes out every fucking 2 weeks. They can't.
Yeah, no, I agree with it's gone too far. Like, it's
a movie takes like 2 years to make. Everyone's doing their best to make this 2.5 hours the the best they can make it. A TV series is like, oh, what the fuck can we do this week? Oh, let's make this do this shit.
Yeah, and it was like
That's
I remember the first time the first one I really got into was Lost, and I remember after it ended, like after I don't know how many episodes there's like the American ones have too many episodes per season. To be fair, anyway, like they should stop it after 6 or 8 or something, but they always go to like 15 or 20 or something. But I remember I enjoyed the whole concept of that, like being lost in an island. But after 10 episodes, I was kind of going, they'd want to start wrapping this up now, like. And then it didn't wrap up, and I was like, there's going to be a season 2 with this. How can you drag this shit out any longer? And then it turned out there was like, I don't know how many seasons of Lost there's at least 4, I reckon.
I think that's one of my big problems. I think it's because once they realise it's popular, I guess that means there's more advertising they can put in it. So they're like, right, we need to have a season 2. So then you don't have someone who wanted to make a piece of art and something. When you get a movie director, that's a script, a complete script, a finished script. They're like, I want to make this very good. With a TV series, it's like, are we going to get a second series? And then what other bullshit can we make up? And I don't want to watch someone scrabbling around for fucking storylines for 10 seasons.
Oh, no, I'll agree with that. And like also how would you say it?
Now, there's ones on Netflix where they don't have advertisements, I guess. Is that true?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think they do, but I think that's they're obviously making money from some sort of advertisements. You know what I mean? Whether it's in the beginning or the end.
I just feel like it's sort of like movies are like a Ferrari, and a TV show is always going to be like, you know, at best, like, you know, an old BMW, but usually it'd be like a fucking Ford Astra. It's that that's the analogy I look at it. It's like even the picture quality looks wank. It's cheap. To me, that's
some
what
of them are not that bad. But the other problem then I have is that there was a fairly decent one. I can't remember the name. It was about serial killers. Anyway, I have a fucking fascination with serial killers. It was Mind Hunters, I think it was.
Oh, I've never seen it.
The first season, awesome. Second season was starting to really heat up, and then it was obviously not doing enough, so they fucking cancelled it. It was the same. There was a few ones that I seen that thought that were really going somewhere, and they cancelled them. So like, in that sense, it's heartbreaking. And then you see something cack like, you know, like to be honest,
fucking just insert any fucking TV show as far as
Game of Thrones, is
Prison Break, all that.
Prison Break again. I enjoyed the first season of it. Thought it was an interesting concept, and then even after, how long could he be breaking out of fucking prison for? Like,
I tell you what happened to me. I watched The Sopranos, and I really do rate The Sopranos. I think it's brilliant because all the actors are like.
It's good, but they could have killed it after a while as well. If you think,
but they're all movie actors, and it was just very, very good. So I'm never going to say anything against The Sopranos. But then after that, it just seemed like everyone was like, "Oh, watch this," and I watched it. And it's like, "Oh, I can't deal with it." And also, it takes away your whole fucking life, doesn't it? Because now you've got like 15 or 30 hours of something to watch instead of just 2.5 hours or something. Anyway, like I said, sitcoms. Like I said, I do like Californication. I'll keep that in. I like loads of British sitcoms. You know, like Blackadder, Green Wing, fucking The Inbetweeners. I mean, I can't think of all the ones I like, but I think sitcoms are a totally different kettle of fish because that's like making people laugh. But these drama things, they're two a fucking penny, mate. Bollocks. Room 101.
What about, I can't see, because I enjoy some of them, but I don't. To be honest with you, I don't. But what about if we limited them to one season, 8 episodes, no more? That's it. You can do an 8-piecer.
That'd be better than nothing. Because that would be like a long movie. So
yeah, because
if you were actually, like I said, if someone had actually planned, I've got an actual story I want to tell. It's going to take 8 hours to tell it.
No, do you know what?
What I don't like is when someone says this is doing well. These fucking sheep are lapping this up, mate. Can you fucking shit out a couple more episodes? And they're like, yeah, let's do that.
To be honest with you, I'm kind of just doing that to kind of throw a spanner in the works. I kind of agree with you. Let it go, because what the clever bastards will do is they won't. So they'll be allowed to make one season of 8 episodes, and then they'll make a spin-off with a different name.
Don't even get me fucking started on fucking spin-offs.
Spin-offs are just the worst thing. Yeah, no, let's just throw it in because we don't.
I really didn't think I was going to. I really didn't. I thought you were going to say, look, I'm going to have to say no. No, but you're going to throw in TV series into
no, because for a minute I was getting all defensive and I was like, no, fuck this guy. I'm not putting that in. I love TV series. But you're right. It wastes your. At least with a movie, you go in, you watch. What's the longest movie? Like 3 hours. So like between an hour and a half and 3 hours, it's over. It doesn't. But I've sat and binge watched like Breaking Bad and the Ozarks and stuff, and it's literally taken like weeks out of my life, like because I just sit at home watching this fucking shit.
And it really.
I know people will get some self control and go out. Fuck you! I'm a fucking addict. I can't do anything with. Just put it this way: you put a gallon of wine in the room, I'm going to drink a gallon of wine.
Well, like I said, even after I watched 2 series of Breaking Bad, and like I said, it's watchable. It's watchable.
I thought,
but after 2 series of Breaking Bad, I felt like I was in fucking Middle America on meth. Yeah, and to be honest, even if I, which I really like The Sopranos, if I binge watch that. After a while, it starts to seep into your soul. Like your mum comes in, you're like, "Give me a fucking cup of tea, you motherfucker!" You're like, you don't even. It's true. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say like, it seeps in there.
And I get fucking so emotionally invested with it. Then I have to take 3 days off before I watch anything else because I don't want to like look at another character. I don't want to get to know this new.
This
one.
Isn't life.
It is
Breaking Bad's life. This isn't life.
Where's Jesse and fucking?
I can't remember. I mean? Whatever. I just remember some bald dude. But all right, so
yeah, throw it in.
we can always convince each other, can't we? That's the thing. Yeah. Okay. Well,
seeing as you gave me fast food last week? Was it or a couple of weeks?
I didn't know. I gave you fast food in the day.
That'll do me. I'm not out that much at night, so.
All right. Done.
Cool.
Enjoy your last TV shows. They've gone.
They're gone.
Okay, we're going to move on to Snacks Unknown. Jason's going to do it this week. What did we eat last time? We ate. I think I had some mouth party stuff, didn't I?
Wow, party in my mouth, please.
Tofu stuff, which is quite good, and something else. Anyway, go on, mate. What have you got?
Yeah, I was lazy again. I just went to 7-Eleven. I'm going to have to go to a food street or something like that soon and try and stock up for the future ones. But I think I got 2 fairly unusual snacks that I definitely wouldn't buy.
Let's try it out. Let's try it out.
So the first one is this cheese in fish sticks. It's a...
Where the fuck? What 7-Eleven do you go to, man? I never see this shit.
You don't be looking, that's why.
I really never see that.
They look like...
cheese in fish.
So there's
that reminds me of South Park, Fish Sticks. Remember that episode with Kanye West? Do you like fish? Do you like fish sticks? Yeah, I like fish sticks. Then you're a gay fish. I'm not a gay fish.
Turns out he is gay, right?
One of the best... Ooh.
Kanye West. I think him and the missus are getting divorced.
Because he's gay? That can't be right.
No, I look, maybe I dreamt this, but I heard they're getting divorced. He's with...
I just read yesterday that he's now the richest black man in America or something.
I think it turned out he's gay and they're getting divorced. Anyway, we digress.
He doesn't shag fish.
No, he doesn't shag fish, but I don't know what this is.
Then you're a gay fish.
You'll see it for people who are listening to us on YouTube. You'll see it on the screen. On this package, there's a cheese wheel, there's a fish, there's a pizza, and there's some strips of something. So
it's like someone puked up pictures on the screen.
Yeah. It's a Gordon Ramsay nightmare.
Well, 7-Eleven is like a Japanese thing now, isn't it? So a lot of these things are Japanese, actually.
Yeah.
Japanese oriented, I think. So.
Oh, they smell quite good, though.
Fish and cheese. What was it?
No, it does smell a bit. It does smell cheesy and like.
That smells like a sort of like pizza.
Yeah. So they got the pizza right anyway.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
What else they got on there? Yeah, it's like a little pizza, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pizza taste. We missed that bit.
Okay, I didn't see that. There was really too much going on in the top.
It really does smell like a pizza as well, though.
I'm sure they better take a.
There they are.
They smell delicious anyway.
It's got one of those desiccated
Yeah,
that's always a sign of quality.
That's always a good sign when you have something that needs to keep the food fucking.
What are they for?
I
don't know what they're for.
Some kid is definitely going to think, "Oh, that's salt." It isn't like open it and pack it. It takes the moisture out of the bag.
Oh, right. Well, they definitely smell like pizza, mate. They're soft. They're flexible.
I feel I need more than one.
And you fucked up last time. You ate more than one.
Yeah, that's true.
Something else. So yeah, definitely it smells of pizza. They're thin. They're soft.
Smells delicious, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but the flavour is good. I have no.
It's kind of one of the weirdest things I've just ever put in my mouth. But
it's a bit cardboardy, but the flavour is all right. Like, I'm going back for a second one.
Me too. I guess it's like is it just dried fish? Yeah.
I don't know.
With pizza flavour.
Maybe it is. It doesn't look like dry fish, to be honest. I
saw something like this on Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares the other day. They had a shark steak with mozzarella and tomato on it. I bet it tastes like this.
Yeah. I could eat them. I think we can leave them there. Nothing wrong with them.
I mean, one thing they do at 7-Eleven, these Japanese things, it's pretty good beer snacks, isn't it? Like salty.
I'm digging them. Like they're. I reckon if you ate the whole lot now, you probably get a bit of a tummy ache. Like,
I don't know what 7-Eleven you go to. You go to some weird one that I've never seen any of these things.
It's up the road from La Bamba near Nankai University. I bet you I can find them in your place as well, the one here. They're always on the bottom shelves where nobody looks, basically. Like, not bad.
Chewy, fishy.
Yeah, there's a nice. It's almost tastes like
pizza-y.
meat, but it's not meat. But it's got like a cheesy, fishy flavour to it. It's not bad.
Okay.
And then I got a bit of dessert.
I'm still eating one. They're quite Moorish.
So based off your last a couple of weeks ago, you got
a jelly thing.
The pink M&Ms.
Oh, yeah.
I went for one. This one. It's a Snickers.
Tried it.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
It looks like a sweet potato or a yam. A yam flavoured Snickers.
It's weird, man. Go, let's get out.
I haven't tried them yet. There was another one as well. I was tossing up between this, but I couldn't recognise what the other one was.
Yeah, it's nothing like a Snickers apart from chocolate on the outside. Have a go though.
Well, it looks like a Snickers anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The outside is very much like a Snickers, but I think you'll find, if I remember rightly, that it kind of snaps quite easily.
You want to snap it there for me?
Yeah. See, it's more like a.
It's like a wafer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think I ate one of these one night about 3 a.m. Thought I'd try something new.
It smells like a really cheap wafer that you get.
Yeah.
Like there was
there used to be like a chocolate bar in England called. Was it called Wafers or? It smells just like that.
Yeah, the smell is nice.
I'm getting like a deja vu smell. Was it a thing called Cadbury's Wafer? Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, try one.
I'm going in. I like it.
Good, right? It's not bad.
I don't know why they put it under the Snickers branch because it doesn't taste like it's nothing like a Snickers.
No. Apart from... it does a little bit because it's got chocolate and peanuts. There's peanut in there. Yeah,
but there's no chew to it, you know what I mean? They could have quite easily, I guess it's Mars make these, isn't it? They could have brought out something else, but I guess they're trying to ride off other brands.
It's like a Snickers wafer.
I think it's nice.
All right.
Cool. You definitely can't get them in Ireland.
We're doing well with snacks in there. We had a few dodgy things. You know, we had some genitals, and now we've moved into just chocolate and ice cream every week. Basically, that's what we've been doing.
But in fairness, like I probably may have tried the Snickers at some point in time, but I definitely would have tried. I definitely would not have gone for the cheese and fish pizza taste.
Yeah, I don't know where you.
And to be honest with you, if somebody whipped them up on the table in a pub some night, I'm like, I'm all in.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great beer snacks.
Might even buy them some night if I wanted something to chew on.
Perfect, yeah. All right, snacks unknown, done.
Great. Cool.
Good little snack.
Okay, so we're at Q&A. We didn't get any additional questions from our listeners, so I took my turn.
Let's hear it, mate.
So basically, a famous producer wants to try something different as he realises Hollywood is just a rerun joke, which we touched on in another podcast.
We certainly did, I agree with that.
He has decided to let a normal person come up with the concept of a movie, and he has chosen Finn to do it.
Good choice.
Finn needs to deliver to him tonight a theme of the movie, so a short description of what it's about, where it's going to be set, so a location, and his 2 leading characters. Which 2 actors he would like, the actors or actresses, he would like to play his leading parts. Take it away.
Well, the actors I'm still a bit unsure of. I'm hoping they're going to kind of materialise as I talk.
Okay.
I'm very unsure about that. No, actually, I've definitely got one in mind. No, she's a bit old. Anyway, the one of the first ideas I had. I like to think about ideas for movies. I don't think I'm quite creative enough to do it. I wish I was more creative to do it because I would like to do it. I always thought it would be nice to have any kind of movie where it was all from like a first person camera perspective,
kind of like POV stuff, like that.
Yeah. So, but like really like that, like you only see it from one person's perspective. Now, I haven't got any idea for the type of movie that would be. Just that, like, you know, the camera moves and it's a face talking to a little bit like Peep Show. A little bit like Peep Show, but like a movie. And I think you could do almost anything with that. I just think it would be an interesting medium to do it with. So that was one idea I had. But the other idea was, you ready? Time travel movie set in North Wales.
Mold?
Could be.
Okay.
No, actually, there is like a real place as well. But I'll tell you the story. Once I was talking to my mum when I was in England, and I was talking to her about, I'd watched a documentary about Monsanto, you know, that evil company that do all the
chemicals and shit.
Yeah, they do all the genetically modified seeds. And
then you have to buy certain chemicals to make.
I believe they were all, they're like patented seeds, and now they're trying to patent animals. And I mean, they're just the fucking devil. I believe they also, in their first iteration, they also developed DDT, which is, wasn't the best thing that ever happened to the world, was it? No. Basically. So, but anyway, so I was talking to my mum about this company, and she, at that time, she hadn't seen this documentary I'd seen, and I was just telling her what I'd seen. And at the end of it, she was like, this Monsanto, it seems quite familiar to me, this name, to her, even though she hadn't heard anything about them or didn't know the documentary I was talking about. Everyone knows about these people now, don't they? I think they're trying to change the name so they don't get so much bad press. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I feel like when I worked, I think it was before I was born, she was like, I feel like when I worked in a cafe, I used to work to help my friend out in a cafe when I was a young woman. And I feel like the people that came into the cafe for lunch every day were from a company called Monsanto. That's what she said to me. Okay. And I was like, are you serious? She said, yeah. And I'm like, well, let's check it out. Let's check it out. And I went on to Google or whatever the fuck, and lo and behold,
there's a Monsanto in England. Monsanto
headquarters in, like, when my mum was a young woman, was in like North Wales, like near where she lived, and she was serving these people for lunch while they were doing like DDT and all this shit. They used to come to lunch at this cafe, all the fucking bigwigs or whatever from
Jesus.
It was amazing. I'm like, I can't fucking believe this, Mum. She's like, yeah, I thought I recognised the name. So as soon as she said it, I immediately came up with like this time travel movie. Because they're the devil, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I suddenly started to thought, I mean, it's almost a little bit like Back to the Future, but I started to think what I wanted to do was have someone like me talk to his mum, found this out, somehow got the ability to time travel, however you want to do that, and decided I'm going to go back in time because I know where this company were having lunch. These fuckers were having lunch. And I'm going to go back in time and after that, this is the just general theme of the movie, whatever, like poison their food. I mean, imagine the fucking heartache you could stop. It's a bit like Back to the Future and Terminator. All rolled into one,
but in a kind of a normal way. It's like something that you're really, like Terminator is a bit unrealistic, right?
Well, this movie's pretty unrealistic, mate.
No, obviously the time traveling part is, but like the thing that you're trying to stop is realistic. Like, you know what I mean? You're trying to stop these monsters.
Like a real thing. Exactly. So that's what I thought. I thought it would be a good thing. Like this guy could go back and there could be like a whole sort of drama story. Now, I don't want to say, I know in Back to the Future his mum kind of falls in love with him. Now, I'm not sure about that shit. But there could be some other dramatic elements to it.
I thought you were trying to say something there.
But But yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, what an amazing movie. Like, you find out that your mum had like an inn with these fuckers and she was actually serving them food.
Yeah.
So you could actually kill them, then just whip back in time to the future. And then when you got back to the future, the whole world's perfect.
Better place,
Everyone's eating natural food. There's no fucking GM foods and all this shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, what an amazing movie that would be. What an amazing movie that would be. So my theme is time travel and killing off Monsanto. Mm-hmm. My location is North Wales.
North Wales.
Of course.
Got to be mould.
You know?
Has to be.
And now the actors, I don't know. Now the actors.
So basically, you're looking for somebody to play your character.
I guess I'm looking for like a young man and an older woman, and then also a younger woman to play the older woman when she was a younger woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I make a suggestion for the older woman?
That's the only one I thought.
You have one.
I thought of Frances McDormand. Do you know who she is?
No.
Have you seen? She's in a lot of the. She's in Fargo.
Okay.
And she's in 3 Billboards Outside of Missouri or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen
I think
it.
I know who you're
She's a fucking brilliant actress.
Yeah.
She is an absolutely amazing actress in loads of movies. She's the one in Fargo going. She's the police officer and like, can you describe them? And the girl's like, they're funny looking. She's like, funny looking? Kind of funny looking?
Yeah, I know who you're on about.
And she's like, just funny looking. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely. I mean, I just want her in any movie I ever did. I think she's amazing. Now her son would have to be, you know, I guess maybe about my age, 30, 40. You got any suggestions for that? Because I am stuck on this bit because I'd never know who to pick for her. I don't want Leonardo DiCaprio, so don't say
obviously not.
Don't say it.
Not Danny Dyer either.
Danny Dyer. Maybe Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah. He'd have to lose a bit of weight, though, I reckon.
Yeah, he'd have to be.
You don't want him in the butch. Like
he'd have to be a bit more normal, not like.
He has done that before. He goes up and down, but Tom Hardy would be good.
I really do like Tom Hardy. I tell you who I do like Michael Fassbender, the guy from Inglourious Basterds.
I think he's Irish.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's German as well. He's definitely German. He speaks German.
I think either his mother and one of them is Irish anyway. I didn't know that up until recently, and then obviously he is a German in there as well.
Anyway, both of those guys might be a little odd, but anyway, I definitely have one of those two guys and Frances McDormand. Now, who would you have to play the young Frances McDormand in the cafe serving food to the evil fat cats?
What kind of age are we talking about?
I mean, it's before I was born, so she's got to be like mid-20s.
See, I don't know that many actresses anymore because I don't really watch movies. But I guess you can pick anybody. You know,
I mean, that's the only one I'm struggling with. So we can leave it that. I mean, if I had to pick my 2 main actors, which you said.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeah,
I love Tom Hardy, I love Michael Fassbender, and I love Frances McDormand. So I'd have those two.
The opening scenes will be short, like kind of.
It'll
only be the most of the movie will be with Fassbender and what was her name?
Well, no, most of the movie will be with Fassbender and the younger woman, really.
Okay. Then, yeah. Maybe.
So the younger woman is quite important.
Okay. Maybe we can come up with it in a minute.
But I'm trying to think of like a young. It would always have to be a young English woman as well. I can't think of a young Keira Knightley.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't really. She's a good actress, though.
She is a good actress. Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't really know that many young English female actors.
I guess it doesn't have to be English either. It could be.
Let's go with that. Yeah. I'll go with Frances McDormand and Keira Knightley and Tom Hardy or Michael Fassbender, whoever's not got a project on at the moment. So that's my movie, mate.
Excellent. Sounds good.
A time-travelling, world-saving, North Welsh mint movie.
It's definitely different anyway, that's for sure.
It would be great, wouldn't it? It would be great.
And they're going to be hard pushed making a rerun of that one as well.
There'll be no fucking remake for that. I never use that. But it would be interesting to see. Like I said, I'd love to. Maybe you could do it, and then he came back to the present, and it was like a total fuck up. You know, like you know what I mean. Like maybe it didn't work out how we thought it was going to work out, and maybe some other.
I enjoyed
maybe some other even more evil fucker took over.
No, it's probably shit. I watched it years ago, so it's probably shit. No, but I enjoyed the butterfly effect. You know, that
I can't remember seeing that. Is that Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, but it's kind of time travel-y, but it's like he changes one thing and then the whole thing goes tits up and then he has to go, you know, and fix that and blah, blah, blah.
Well, like I said, I think there's a lot of interesting avenues in this movie because with time travel, there's loads of shit you can talk about. So the first part of the movie could be like, oh, we did it successfully. Then he comes back to the present. Maybe he's completely fucked something up. And I mean, who knows? Who knows what you can do? But I just love the fact that it came from my little old mum.
Yeah.
Serving Monsanto bloody chips and cups of tea.
That's amazing.
Back in the fucking day, you know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Have you got any ideas then?
I do. I had one, which I'm actually quite excited about this. I think I might try and make it. So basically...
I remember you saying today, you were like, I actually want to watch this movie now.
When I came up with the question, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to come up with an answer now as well. And I started going down like, action and war films, because they're kind of the ones I wanted. But then I was like, no, I'd like to incorporate kind of not my life, but like something that I know with something that can turn into like a cool drama. It's like a drama thrillery kind of a thing. So basically,
thrillery. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that word.
It's thrillery. I don't think it's a thriller, but it's more of a like, I don't know, a drama, I guess.
I just love this new adjective.
Thrillery.
It's a thrillery kind of thing.
So basically, mine starts off with an Irish guy like working hard in Ireland, and he's like sick of it. He's like, I'm kind of picturing like somewhere
present day.
Yeah, present day in Cork. Like he has like a really shit job, and he wants to get out of it. So he hears from a friend that you can go to China and like work as a teacher, and it's like the pay is not great, but it's not too bad, and you get to see a bit of the world and blah blah blah. So this Irish guy comes to China, and he ends up like working for like one of these training centers, but like he's getting a bit bored. So he takes on some extra classes from a woman. She wants him to teach his son, but it turns out she's a doctor, right?
And so elaborate.
And she has a hidden agenda. She wants him to sell prescribed drugs to his like classmates and stuff. But it's like Oxycontin and fentanyl and stuff.
Fucking hell, mate.
So he he's like, all right, fair enough. It's good coin and stuff. So he starts like dealing Oxy to like his colleagues and stuff. And like stuff starts obviously falling apart. Like, no, first it goes through like a good 20 minutes of like the good times. Like he's fucking flush with cash. He's like, having a great time. But then like people in the office like just start dropping off and like turning into like,
This is actually this is a good idea because everything you're talking about is very current.
Yeah, no, but it's also realistic, right? It could very much happen. Like.
Yeah.
So basically, then everything starts fucking falling apart, right? And all of a sudden, the woman gets arrested, and he gets wind that she's after being arrested and that she's after ratting him out. So he has to go on the run and try to get out of China. Then basically, so. I'm not saying whether he gets caught or not because I think that's up to the. So basically, it will be set first in Ireland in somewhere like Cork and Mayfield or somewhere like where he's like digging a trench or something like that. A good portion of the movie will be set here in Tianjin, I reckon, because I don't want him to go to Beijing or Shanghai. I think Tianjin's a good city to do something like that. And then when he goes on the run, he'll end up in the south of China towards the border of Vietnam.
Like he's trying to get out through Cambodia or something.
Vietnam or Cambodia.
Yeah.
Then the end of the movie, maybe in Vietnam, maybe in Cambodia, maybe still in the rural place, maybe in a prison.
What I love about this idea is that like you've taken, which I think is the best thing, you've taken lots of all elements from your life.
Yeah. But I think if you're going to write something, then there has to be something from your life in there that you can like identify with. Like your mum, like with the Monsanto.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree.
But something that you can definitely, because like I already have characters in my mind somebody that'll play Nichols and somebody that'll play you, and so like I already have
that. That's an amazing thing because, like I said, you could. It's like a good drama story, like a crime story. About whatever drug dealing and whatever. But also you can take in aspects and you can show people like what's going on in China, just normal life in China.
Yeah, so you have that, and then you can have him having the good times, like he's in Jack's like partying it up, and like everybody's coming up looking for a bit of oxy off him, and he's minted, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then all of a sudden one day he goes into school and he can see like one person is in the corner shivering, and like his like boss is saying, "Where the fuck is everybody? Why is everybody fucking?
Why is everyone called in sick today?
Yeah, or like why are they stopped turning up? Or what? Why is this guy sucking another guy?"
I love the fact that you've already got a guy playing Nickel.
He's not going to be the main character, but he is in there. I can't even think of the guy, but then basically the end of it, I'm not sure because I don't want him to go like just like Midnight Express where he ends up in a Chinese prison. I want him to go on the run, and I haven't decided whether he gets out or doesn't get out.
Yeah.
But I also like to think that she gets caught, and like he gets wind that she's after ratting him out, so he has to go on the run. Because I would imagine how terrifying would that be
to be in like a foreign country in
on
present
the run,
day,
like, and you
CCTV,
end up in,
facial recognition,
in some rural town in the south of China, and you can't really speak Chinese.
Trying to get across that massive Cambodian border or whatever the fuck Vietnamese border. Yeah. Good idea, mate. Good idea.
I said the location. So then basically I took 3 leading roles. So obviously the Irish fella is going to be Cillian Murphy.
Is that the guy from Young Offenders?
No, the guy from, he's in 28 Days Later, and...
isn't he also in Young Offenders, Cillian Murphy?
Peaky Blinders. No, he's not in.
I don't watch TV series, you know that,
sorry,
mate.
yeah.
Go on anyway.
He's in Peaky
Blinders.
Maggie Q is going to be the woman, the Chinese woman. Do you know her?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
of course I know Maggie Q.
Because like I didn't realise she's fucking 2 years older than us now, so and she's fit, right? So, but she also has that like kind of evil look to her that she could be like. You could definitely make her into one of these Chinese mams.
Plus, she could pop a bit of martial arts in there if you needed it.
Exactly, if you needed a bit of.
Yeah.
And then I needed the guy, I'm probably saying this wrong, Chow Yun Fat.
Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah, he'll play the cop that's chasing him.
That guy.
So he's basically like a Tanjin cop
That's a great
that comes
idea.
and fucking chases him. And he hunts him down to the end, and he makes it because I reckon that he lost a son to Oxycontin or something, and he wants him.
It's personal.
Yeah.
Mate, and also Chow Yun Fat is an amazing dude, man.
Yeah.
Even though he's an actor, I think he gave most of his money away, and now he just lives in Hong Kong and walks around in flip-flops and stuff.
Yeah, he's a legend. He has to be in the movie. Of course, there's millions of other people going to be in the movie, but the movie be based around the 3 of them, basically.
Oh.
So,
fucking hell.
I like it.
I want to see both these movies.
I'm excited.
I do want to see both these movies, man. All right, well, good Q&A.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
So, look out for next year's summer blockbuster.
Oh, yeah, do you have a name for your one?
Oh, I don't know.
I wanted to go with just something. I'm going to call it Oxy. Just call it Oxy.
Oxy.
Yeah.
But that's a bit old school. It should be about fentanyl now.
Yeah, I guess. Fence. Yeah. Fentanyl CN or something like that. Fentanyl CN or something. Yeah.
Fenglish. Yeah, I don't know about mine. Maybe you didn't tell me that. So
I didn't either. It was just something that came into the last second there.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, look out for next summer's blockbusters.
Fentanyl CN.
Fentanyl Adventures and North Wales Monsanto Time Travel.
Mold, just call it mold.
All right, cool,
awesome.
Let's do that.
Slang War. Slang
Wars.
Slang Wars.
Slang Wars.
Come on, let's do this.
The current score is 8-4 to Finn.
It's 8-4 to me, and it's the first person to 15.
Correct. Yeah.
So
I need to go. If Finn's giving me the right. Yeah, if Finn's. I can rack up some points now. Hopefully, I need to make something. I need to at least get 2 points here, or else I'm doomed.
Yeah, you can get to. You can get to 10-8. I mean, you could get to 10-8.
Yeah, but highly unlikely.
It's very unlikely, mate. That's what I'm going to tell you right now.
Like I say, if I can pull 2 points out of tonight, I'll be very happy.
All right. So, should we go?
Yeah.
I chose tonight Texas slang.
Wow. Okay.
Slang from Texas in America. Now, again, I apologize to anyone who doesn't agree. It came from some website called Texas Monthly. There it is.
Okay.
And someone wrote a book about Texas slang, and everyone wrote in. So who the fuck knows? I'm going to do the accent though, just to keep it real.
Okay.
I did the Birmingham accent. I did the Glasgow accent.
Yeah, you did a good job of it.
So, all right, you ready for the first one?
Here we go.
I'll try. I don't know. I'll try and do the accent. Okay, the first one is chin musician.
Chin musician.
Chin musician.
Spell it.
CHIN. Chin musician.
Ah, okay.
MUSICIAN.
So it's chin as if in your chin.
Mm. So it's actually going to be hard for me to give you a sentence with this one because a lot of these are just phrases, the Texas slang. So there's one where I actually can't really I can't give you a sentence. You just have to try. But I'll give you 3 guesses on it because I can't give you a sentence. This one, no. This one I'll give you a sentence.
Chin musician.
A chin musician. Texas slang.
I wanted to say something like a harmonica or something, but I don't know. It's not that. Is it like a knockout, a really good musician?
No.
Okay.
Do you want a sentence?
Yeah, I guess I have to go for a sentence then.
Oh, I met that guy in the bar last night. What a chin musician. I don't think that's Texas at all. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what that is.
Doesn't matter. It's not hampering.
I met him at the bar last night. What a chin musician. That's not Texas
That's
either.
very redneck. I don't think they're that rednecky.
I don't think I can give you more than that. It'll be too easy. But it describes a person. It's like the quality of a person. You know what I mean? Like, what a chin musician he was. Yeah, fucking so annoying.
Terrible musician? Bad.
No, I'll give you one more go. It's nothing to do with musician. It's a complete idiom.
Like a fake person?
No, I can't give you it,
Okay.
mate. I can't give you that. It's someone who's very talkative.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, chin wagger. I get. Yeah, makes. I kind of was. But the musician.
I think you were thinking of it too literally.
Yeah. It was. Good one.
So a chin musician is someone who's very talkative in Texas, apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
0 points.
Nil point.
Okay, the next one is. You would describe this as. Okay, well, the phrase is a 50-pound bag of whistling lips. A 50-pound bag of whistling lips. I don't think that's Texas at all. That's more Birmingham.
A 50-pound bag of
a 50-pound bag of whistling lips. I'll give you a little clue. It describes like a phenomenon.
Oh.
It's not really like necessarily a thing. It's like I can't give you too much.
This is fucking totally alien to me now, to be honest. Whistling lips, I assumed it was like a rat, like a grass, like a person that, like, you know what I mean, was loose lips.
I feel like these are really hard, so I need to kind of tell you something like a little extra.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'll give you a bit more of a clue in a minute if you can't guess it. But yeah. You would describe this phenomenon as a 50-pound bag of whistling lips. That's all I can say.
I don't know, like a shit day or something. I don't know.
All right, well, again, I can't, because these are all phrases, so I can't really give you the whole thing, but I'll say like, okay, I'll give you a sentence and I'll give you a blank, but I really can't tell you the blank. Okay, yesterday was blank than a 50-pound bag of whistling lips. Y'all. Just throwing a y'all there. Yesterday was
blank
as blank or blank than a 50-pound bag of whistling lips.
Windy?
Whoa! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
Fucking hell. That was lucky because I was thinking, I almost said cold.
I can't believe you got that. I can't believe you got that, man.
I almost said cold. I almost said it, but I was like, that doesn't really make sense. Okay, cool.
That is amazing, cool. Yeah. They say in Texas, like, yesterday was windier than a bag of 50-pound bag of whistling lips, y'all.
I think they're boys from Alabama.
A 50-pound bag of whistling lips. What a fucking great phrase that is, dude. All right, yeah. I've got a couple here now. So I think I'm going to give you 4 today. I'm going to give you an extra one. You give me 4 next week, all right? I'm going to give you... This is the third one. Let's see how you do. Like, this is the one that I really can't give you a sentence because the whole thing is a sentence. Okay. So, they didn't come to... Hang on. I've got to start again. I was thinking. They didn't come to town to a mule. They didn't come to town to a mule. What is that saying about somebody?
Come together.
No, that's not true, but I'll give you another guess. Damn, they didn't come to town to a mule.
They didn't... Is it kind of like they weren't born yesterday kind of a thing?
No, that's not right.
Oh, okay, then. No.
I'll tell you. Yeah. It just means they're rich.
Okay.
That's it.
To a mule.
Like they have their own mule each.
Ah.
They
yeah.
definitely didn't come to town to a mule.
It makes sense.
They're rich.
Go.
I think I'm going to give you one more, mate. I'm going to give you one more.
It's up to you. I'll take it.
I'm going to give you one more. If someone said...
Sorry, but it is amazing that, like, the ones from Ireland and the UK, because we're from there, they make a bit more, like, to me, they make a bit more sense. But I'm sure...
Are you fucking kidding me? Those ones from Cork make no sense.
To a Texas... No, but then I guess that it just proves that the slang wars is a good thing. Yeah. It was like, these make almost no sense, because, like, nobody comes to Cork City on a fucking mule.
But if you really thought about that, what they're saying is...
Yeah, they
had a mule each.
Yeah.
So they
now that it's explained, it makes perfect sense. Like,
All right, I'll give you one more. I'll just give you this one for free. If you get it, you get it. You don't have to give me 4. That's it. Damn, looks like she opened herself up a worm farm. Do you want me to say that in English?
Obviously, no, I'm going to go down the can of worms thing.
She opened herself up a worm farm. She opened herself up a worm farm.
She started something, like she started a fight or something.
No.
Oh.
I'll give you one more go. Think about the worms. It's very important.
Is it?
Unfortunately, she opened herself up a worm farm. Okay, that's all I can give you. Unfortunately, she opened herself up a worm farm. That's it.
This is hard.
So it's not a good thing.
I
think you nearly said it. Say what you think.
She said something that she couldn't go back on, basically. Like, no.
She died.
She
died.
Excellent. When they're explained to you, you're like, yep, that makes... Like, the Cork ones, when they're explained, you're like... Still don't get it. Like,
it makes absolutely no fucking sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. Okay. No, well, I'm happy I walked away with
I think it was fair, wasn't it? I gave you 4.
No, in fairness. And, like...
Because they all made sense in a way.
Fair play to you for going outside the aisles, because, like, I wouldn't have had the balls to do that, because, when you don't hear them, you're kind of a bit like, am I saying it right or whatever? But... No, they were good. When they're explained, it makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, well, you've gone back to Cork a couple of times, which I don't blame you, because that's obviously a fucking goldmine. But me, I'm from Chester. We don't have that much slang.
But to be honest, I may need to go, because I only got
so many of these Texas slangs.
So what do we know? 8-6, is it?
8-5.
Okay, 8-5. Sorry. I may need to go. I may need to go to the States to kind of. I always like...
You may need to go global.
I may need to go to Louisiana, because I always like them Louisiana boys down there, and they talk some fucking mad shit.
To be honest with you, when you talk Cork shit, I haven't got a fucking clue what you're saying.
No, but the thing is, I might give it away by the way I say it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas those are, unless you're like got your thinking hat on, those are harder, I think.
Well, like I said, some of those, like, I can't really give it you in a sentence unless I
that's fair,
unless I said, like, well, she was 83, but she opened herself up. I guess I could have said that.
No, but you did it. No, I'm not complaining. It was they were too hard, basically. But you did it. That's this game. It's a game of chess.
It's 8-5.
It's 8-5.
Slang Wars.
5. That's good, though. That's good.
1st to 15 still stands.
I have to come strong next week and hopefully score maybe 1-2 maximum.
Bring it next week.
Then we're still in the game.
Okay.
Excellent.
Done.
Good one.
Slang Wars. Okay. We've got a slight adjustment to TikTok review, haven't we? It's going to be social media review today.
Yeah. So last week we were going to kill TikTok, but then I kind of had the last podcast we were going to kill TikTok. But then I was like, it's a shame, because I like the concept of because Finn isn't that social media orientated. Like,
how dare you?
No, I don't mean that in a bad way. I said probably a good way. But I like to delve him into the world every once in a while, and I was just finding the TikTok one was kind of starting to get a bit hard to like. I was trying to just find funny ones and stuff, and it was getting a bit boring. But there's a lot of I find in social media there's a lot of trends, and some of them I love and I think they're fantastic, and other ones they annoy me. So I think I'm just gonna. Sometimes it's going to be TikTok, sometimes it's going to be YouTube, sometimes it's going to be Twitter or something like that. But every week now, I'm going to bring you something and see what you think about it, and we have a little quick discussion about it.
Well, I still like the idea that you're trying to introduce me to the internet.
Yeah, the internet.
That's what I feel like it is. It's like, Finn, this is what's going on the internet. I like it. Oh, you've got a little slideshow.
I put it on a little slideshow so that I wouldn't fuck it up. So basically,
fuck me.
Social media review episode 1. So we're starting from scratch again.
Let's go.
So this one is basically satisfaction videos. Now, do you have any inkling at all what I'm on about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So basically, if you go through like TikTok, or know that YouTube have a new section called Shorts as well. It's their kind of, I think they're trying to compete with TikTok, where it's all these little short videos. But you will also get it on YouTube and other ones as well. It's basically the video will be like, oh, this is so satisfying, or this is the most satisfying video on the planet, and then it ends up.
So, for example, would it be someone like
I have a few examples. Someone
burst in bubble wrap.
Yeah, stuff like that. All this kind of stuff. Like, so basically, so this is an example I'm after taking, right? So this is crushing the floral foam, so like the foam that you get in the bottom of like these flowers that they stick. This is a 1 hour video, right?
I've only understood 20% of what you've said.
I don't even understand what I'm talking about now, to be honest with you. What I want to point out to you is that I'm going to show you a little clip from it. It's 1 hour long. I'm only going to show you about 15 seconds of it. I won't make you sit through. It's got 34 million views, right?
Okay, so it's popular, definitely.
So basically, this is what it's about.
What's going on, Jason?
It's basically it's somebody's crushing, like, the green foam that you get in the bottom, but there's like glitter and water in it. There's other type of satisfying.
I don't even know what that is. What is this green foam?
Just so, do you find that satisfying to watch, right? Not really, right? So
a little bit.
There's a whole load of other teams, right? So you have the most satisfying.
That's what my toe looks like. I've actually got a toe like that.
But look at this, it's like the most satisfying ingrowing toenail removal on the internet. It's almost got 1 million views. So I can't remember. I think this it's 10 minutes long, right? So it's basically a video of somebody plucking out somebody's toenail, right? Another example is, this is a 10-minute video, 6.9 million views of hoof restoration. Very satisfying. So basically, somebody cleaning out a horseshoe, right?
I'll be honest with you right now. I can kind of understand this.
Okay,
a little bit.
No, but I go on.
Like, if they have people like, do they have people like squeezing people's pimples?
You can find all sorts of there's satisfying videos about everything. No,
or scraping out the shit from underneath something.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you're saying.
Could you watch that for 10 minutes?
No, of course not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't watch any of this shit. But I'm just saying, I understand
the concepts, like
why. Now I know what a satisfaction video is.
Yeah. So basically, it's like that. But then the one that's
to me, one satisfaction video would be like getting your thumb in your nostril and pulling out a big crow, a big bogey.
Yeah, but could you watch like millions of it, like lots of videos?
No, I wouldn't watch it for.
I couldn't watch it.
2 seconds.
I couldn't watch it at all.
No.
This is the one that really sparked me off, right? So this is a crowd called Faz Clan, right? I did a bit of research into it. These guys are seemingly like esport guys. Esport are basically gamers, right? They're now classifying themselves as a sport, right? Just to let you know. Now, I looked at this initially and went, fucking hell, look. This is like, first I thought he's after filling the swimming pool up with balls, right? Which it does look like.
Is he going to jump in it?
What he's basically also like, he's been doing this big build up, like, are you ready for the most satisfying TikTok, right? Now, first of all, I kind of looked at it and went, fuck me pink, that's a lot of fucking plastic bottles. Like,
fuck me pink.
that is a lot of plastic balls. But then, like, let's continue and let's watch the video, right?
Right, yeah. He's got the nut huggers on.
I can't. This one, I have the amount of views it got. Does it?
That's not the most satisfying thing I've ever seen.
No, like, okay, like the effort that was put into that. Like, first of all, I think I might have agreed if the swimming pool was full of the balls, right? Because then, how the fuck is he going to get out?
If it was just a massive ball pit,
because he'd basically have to try and make his way to the like ladder or something, like. Because how is he going to get out? But still, there's still a fair, like, that's a couple of pallet loads of balls, right? They had to do all that for him to jump in and basically just, like, it. For me, that was just like a lad jumping into a swimming pool. Like.
I'll be honest with you, I'd rather have watched the guy scraping out a horseshoe. I was feeling that.
Well,
I was feeling that.
I think I have it there, yeah. So this got 19 million views, right? So basically...
That's fucking mental.
Almost 5 times. No, basically every person in Ireland would have had to watch this video 5 fucking times to get that many views on that. Like,
maybe that's what happened.
Our last podcast got 34 views, right? So maybe we should just start fucking doing satisfaction videos or something like that. And then I
think I understand the concept, but.
I was starting to get like a bit, oh my God, what are we doing wrong? Like, and then I went to the comment section and like, I only pulled up 2 comments, but these were literally like the first 2 comments that I pulled up. So I want someone to take videos like these and crop out satisfaction. I fully agree with the man because there's nothing satisfying about that video. Like,
well, and then 19 million people would disagree with you, mate.
Did they though, or did they get clickbaited into watching it? Right?
Yeah, maybe.
And then it'll be satisfying if the whole
FaZe
clan jumps in and couldn't find their way out. I also agree with that. Like, so.
Fuck me, mate. I mean,
they all seem to be like short videos of this, like somebody scrunching something or somebody cutting up a bar of soap and I'm just like, is this what we've become? Like, as a human race, is this what we're doing with our free time? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's a valid question, and it's one that I.
So basically, I know how I feel.
I have no answer to.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is like, that one was wank. I agree with these posts. Now, if you let me watch someone scrape something out of a horseshoe, to be honest, I kind of want to watch that.
I definitely picked the wrong example.
I kind of do. But I do understand, like...
That's interesting, because I like any of them that I see...
Because it's nice to see...
There's a lot of them related.
It's nice to see, like... I mean, I've never thought about a horseshoe, but it's the same thing for whatever you do. But it's nice to see a horseshoe that's caked in shit and someone cleans it out. That is satisfying.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like when...
For 10 minutes,
It's like when, you've got a whole load of dishes in the kitchen like I have right now, and then you've finished, like that last dish, you finish washing up, you pop it in. That's satisfying.
Okay.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Maybe I'm just a bitter old man, because I just, like, there's a lot of them related to slime now as well. Slime seems to be a thing at the moment. Where there's like squishing slime in their hands and stuff.
I know all about slime. I've got lots of young students. All they do. Sometimes I get into a student's house and I'm saying like, right, we're about to start work, and they're like, right, I've just got to clear up all my slime. That's true. They have to pop it in.
So people are actually doing this shit.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
So that's basically it in a nutshell. I just thought I'd bring you satisfaction videos.
Well, I mean, I'll give you this. I do agree with you that there's no way I'd search out these videos.
Yeah.
However,
they keep turning up.
You do understand that some things are a little bit. You must have some things that you do that are a little bit satisfying. Like when you, if you've got a bit of dirt under your big toenail and you like scrape it out.
No,
it's like. Oh, it feels good.
I'd like to do that in private. I don't want people to see that.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't look for videos of it. I wouldn't look for videos of it.
And it's just like, no, people will say, oh, there's a reason why they're showing up in my feed, but I also have a 7-year-old son that sometimes uses my phone and computer.
God knows what he's watching me.
He could be watching. He watches like Ryan's World and stuff like that. But like,
okay, I'll give you this. It's an absolutely ridiculous phenomenon that's going on right now.
This is not Room 101 or nothing. It's just something that's going on currently today that I wanted to bring to your attention.
I'm glad you did. Well, I'm almost glad you did, but I'm almost angry that you did because I don't actually want to know that shit's going on. I know that there's some things in my life that when I do, it's kind of strangely satisfying. I'm trying to think of something now, like I said, like if I scrape a bit of shit out of my big toenail, and you really get it, and it comes out.
No, but like,
or if I pull a bit of fluff out of my belly button. You get belly button fluff?
Yeah. I could fucking sell you this stuff.
I reckon I've got some belly button fluff.
I guarantee I got a fucking batch of it now.
Let's get our belly button fluff out.
I know, I had a shower just before.
Yeah, look.
So. Yeah.
Well, I just pulled some out before. Yeah. I literally just pulled some out before, so I don't.
No, but
that's satisfying.
What I find, I guess it depends on the human, right? There are videos that I watch that you probably think are total shite, like where somebody has taken, they've found an old tool in the scrapyard and they restore it to its past glory, and it's like 15 minutes of him like sanding it,
this is different, though.
Greasing it, taking it apart, painting it, fucking sandblasting it, putting it all back together, making parts that had broken off it. I love that, but that's because I love like making stuff and things like that. And I find that it's like, okay, that was worth watching because
I'll be honest with you,
I've learned something from it. I can go to a scrapyard, find something and actually restore it. Whereas like cleaning out some lad's fucking ingrown toenail or something like this, I don't want to look at that. Like, it's just,
well, suppose what you're talking about is a bit different. What you're talking about is someone doing like a real skill, but I kind of understand what's going on here. I'm amazed that it gets like 34 million views. I am amazed by that.
Yeah.
But there are certain things within your own personal life that are quite satisfying, like like squeezing a spot.
Yeah, but again,
it's nice
for that like 30 seconds that you're doing it in the mirror or in your privacy. I agree with you, but I don't want to watch a 10-minute video of somebody doing that.
No, that's weird.
For me, it's disgusting.
Like I said, there's no way I'd go on YouTube and search out like
popping pimples or something.
Or cleaning out horseshoes. I've never searched cleaning out horseshoes in my whole fucking life. However, I kind of understand. I understand the satisfaction thing of like scraping something out.
But how long? Like, I don't know. I understand what you're saying. That like the satisfaction of doing it to yourself or something, because like just being something annoying you in your toenail, you dig it out and that freedom feeling.
Like if you got some ET.
Yeah. No, I get that part, but like I don't get watching somebody else doing it as being satisfying to me.
Well, I certainly don't get watching some fucking Chinese guy in nut huggers jumping into a fucking pool with like.
No, he wasn't Chinese; he was American.
All right. Well, anyway, okay. Anyway, thank you for introducing me to that.
Yeah. Next week, I'm going to try.
Basically, I know what that is. I know there's satisfaction involved in.
I bet you
clearing
know
out
when you
shit. I just didn't know there was any videos.
Yeah. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. But what I was very happy to see is that I did root through most of the comment sections of each one of these, and most people were like, "Can we stop with the satisfaction videos? They're not satisfying, basically."
But they're watching them and then commenting on them.
Still people making them, though. Yeah,
they're one of those 34 million.
So I think this is probably, unfortunately, what we're going to have to replace TV series with.
Well, I can't wait for the next thing.
Satisfying videos.
I'm just thinking, I'd probably rather watch that than an episode of Prison Break.
Now you're just talking shit.
I would. That's true. All right. Anyway, thank you, mate. I'm learning the internet and I love it. Okay, so it's the last section for tonight. It's current affairs. I was supposed to do it, but I was a bit lazy, so...
No, but it was you ended up having more sections this week than I did or something. Or I wasn't. We weren't going to do TikTok, but it doesn't matter.
Either way, Jason's going to do it. Go on, mate.
So the news story itself isn't really what I want to point out. I want to point out something else. But we will go through the news story first, get our quick opinion on it, and then move on to what I kind of discovered about it. So basically, it was panda guides, and it was 3 people have been detained and fined for defacing the Great Wall of China.
I saw this.
So basically, it's two men and a woman went to the Badaling, which is one of the most popular sections of the Great Wall. It's a bit touristy, isn't it? It's kind of built up. But
it's the one you see on all the postcards, isn't it, basically?
Basically, they got arrested for scribing their name in the wall. It hasn't been declared that how long they got detained for, but according to Chinese law, you can be fined for graffiti and stuff on tourist attractions and relics and stuff. You can be fined 200 RMB, which I don't think is a whole lot, to be honest with you. But if you cause major damage, which I don't know what that means, but I guess if you break something, you can be detained up to 10 days and be fined 500 RMB, which again is not that much.
I think the other thing was they didn't actually say where these people had come from.
No, and that's where I'm going with this as well, a little bit, right? So then, so basically, hasn't mentioned, but it is recent, right? So it happened within the last, I guess, week or so. Chinese media obviously went mental about it and were how dare you do this? And yeah, I guess I agree with that to a degree. So like what you just said, they haven't mentioned where these people were from or anything, whether they were Chinese or foreigners or whatever. So then it goes on to say that just after the wall reopened after the pandemic, people had been caught doing the same thing and got arrested as well. And then they also mentioned that there was there's been high-profile people have done it. So they went, it was an NBA star, Bobby Brown, basically in 2016 posted on Instagram that he had scribed his name in the wall with his jersey number 8 or whatever it was.
I think I know where you're going with this, but carry on.
So basically, let's just, that was basically the story in a nutshell. Just from the story, how do you feel about people vandalising, stuff like that? No matter where it is, right?
Just don't do it.
Yeah, it's stupid, right? It's
it's a historical relic. It's just fucking walk around it and look at it. You don't have to fucking carve your name into it. You know what I mean?
But I never really got the whole this tagging thing where you write your name on a building or something. I never really got it, right? So it's just, look, I agree that whether it's in China or whether it's back in Ireland and in Blarney Castle or whatever, don't write your fucking name on it. It's hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see, Johnny was here or blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to see that. When I went to the comment section of Panda Guides, then there was, to be honest with you, because what you just mentioned, they didn't mention where they were from, so there was kind of almost an assumption that it was foreigners, right?
And they enhanced that by putting the picture of the NBA star, didn't they?
At the end, but then I remember, so I went to the comment section, and the comment section at Panda Guides was furious, not about the people that did the graffiti, but furious that they hadn't mentioned where the people were from. So then I remembered something, right? I was like, Panda Guides is they're not writing articles, they're just
collating.
They're collecting articles from different sources, right? So I was like, maybe I should look into this a little bit more. So then I looked, and then I had it in my head that this is going to be from the China Daily or the Global Times or one of the Chinese newspapers, right? Mm. It turns out it's from the Daily Mail, right? And it's word for word exactly the same article. However, there's two minor changes with this. And one was when they mentioned the pictures, they've chosen different pictures. Panda Guides have not used the same pictures from the Daily Mail, which I think they haven't used because the Daily Mail just used Getty images, these ones. Basically, I think they've paid for some pictures from the Great Wall. Panda Guides have picked a few pictures themselves. What I had a problem with is when they mentioned the people that, when not the current one, but when they're mentioning about that it happened again just after the Great Wall, is there's a picture of a foreign woman scribing her name in the wall, whereas if you go to the Daily Mail one, there's nothing in it. And also they go a little bit more into details about what the Chinese netizens, the people on social media in China, had said. But what struck me as very, very odd was that the comment section and I think we can agree, I even went on Wikipedia, I don't know that much about the Daily Mail, but the Daily Mail is classified as a right-wing paper, like, or a right-leaning paper, right? I would have assumed that the whole comment section would have been filled with Chinese hate in the Daily Mail, but I looked in the comment section, there was nothing but support. They were like, the Chinese are entitled to get angry about this. There was one or two like stupid racist comments like build a wall around China so COVID couldn't get out, some nonsense ones. But 95% of the comments were
in support
of the Chinese, going, they have every right to be upset. That wall is there for hundreds of years. Any muppet. But the Daily Mail never mentioned nothing about where the people were from. Never mentioned. So, like, I think the people in the reading it in England probably assumed they were Chinese tourists or whatever. So basically, what I'm trying to get at here is,
well, I always assumed they were foreigners.
I did by the placement of that picture in Panda Guides, to be honest with you. But then when I thought about it logically, of course, there's still foreigners in China like ourselves. This is after the pandemic. Like, the likelihood of it being a foreigner is quite low. But what I'm trying to get at is, like, just like Panda Guides copied it word for word, but they placed one picture in there. Changes the whole narrative, basically.
Yeah.
Now, it depends on how you... Like, I mean, if you don't look at the pictures and you continue reading, you have the same impression as if you were reading the Daily Mail article. But I just think that it just shows you that you have to be careful about where and how you get your news sources.
Well, I think what you're saying is, if I'm right, you're saying that there was a story about somebody, a mystery person that engraved their name on the Great Wall and they were arrested. Now, nobody knows who that was, but at the end of the story, Panda Guides popped a little picture of an NBA player saying, a few years ago, this guy also did it. So,
exactly.
But when you see that, when you leave the story, you're thinking,
must be
like through no fault of your own, but you're thinking it must have been a foreigner that did that. Yeah.
And like from the text point of view, they're identical, but where they chose to put a few pictures is slightly different, not massively different. But you can see in the both comment sections two completely different attitudes towards the story. One is like, oh, why do you not say the truth and tell us where they're from and blah, blah, blah. The Daily Mail article also didn't say where they're from. It just shows you like that you can change somebody's opinion by just like not dotting your I or like just putting a picture in the wrong place, basically. And it's
true.
It's a little bit concerning because a lot of people do have only one or two media sources and then will automatically read that article, go to the comment section and agree with the hate that they're spouting in it. Whereas, like...
Where you actually don't know the truth of what happened.
If you were to give me those two articles, I would have said that all the hate would have been in the Daily Mail comment section and all the love would have been in the Panda Guide section because there are people that are living in China and they would have been defending like Chinese stuff being there. It was the complete opposite, just because they chose to put a picture in there, you know. And it's the one thing I will say is if they're gonna just kind of gather together media from other things, unalter it. Don't change it at all. Don't add your own. Like, okay, I understand that for copyright purposes, they might need to change some pictures around and stuff like that. But try to get a similar picture. Don't just put in like a foreigner scrawling it, because I think the likelihood of that being a foreigner, it was 2 months after the pandemic was over. The likelihood of that being a foreigner is very, very slim. To be honest with you, like, there's not that. The foreigners that are in China now are foreigners that have been here for a long time, like myself and Finn. we're not going to the Great Wall. We went to the Great Wall the first 6 months that we arrived in China. We're here 10, 14, whatever we're here. We're not going again to go and scrawl our name on it.
No,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no foreign tourists. It was more.
However,
It was more than likely, because I have seen pictures of the Great Wall currently, and it's crammed full of Chinese tourists, basically. So the likelihood of it being a foreigner, I'm not saying it's not impossible. It could be a foreigner, but the likelihood is it was Chinese people.
But I think what the fact you're saying is the news story pushed you in the direction of it being a foreigner without anyone really knowing what the fuck it was with that photo.
It did, however. This is why I'm confused. That led me to think that this was written by like the China Daily or something like that. To find out it was written by the Daily Mail, like, really blew me off track, because why would they write that? I just got completely confused. The one thing disappointed me about the whole thing now is that they should not have put that picture in, and they added in a few comments about what like Chinese social media had said about it that wasn't in the Daily Mail, but they have no backup to that. You know, they don't have a link saying like this person said this, or what. They just kind of write it, which then makes me think, why did you put that in? Are you trying to spew up some shit? But you know, so I think my point is basically like just
it's interesting.
I think you need to be, when you read a news story, and if it's something that really like, you know, you feel strongly about or whatever else.
Or it's something that's a bit inflammatory,
But before you go spouting hate about it or whatever, like, try and do a bit of research into it and see if there's more to the story, because, like I just said, exactly 2 identical stories in 2 different countries, but by adding 1 or 2 pictures in and a few other comments, it completely changed the fucking narrative.
Yeah.
They didn't change much. Like, they didn't turn around and say that it was foreigners. They didn't say much, but just by adding in this picture,
it's just a gentle push in one direction, isn't it?
But that's why I'm just be careful when you're reading news. Just be careful. Don't fly off the handle. Go to like, if you're a right wing person, maybe go to a centre or even a left wing one, just to see what they're saying before you open your mouth, because the chances are you're going to be led in a direction they want you to go into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all I wanted to kind of use tonight for.
Well, I think that's fucking good advice, mate. I think that's good advice. I like it, mate. I like it. That was a good news story, and also a good lesson.
And if it's in the Daily Mail and you're a Daily Mail reader, maybe go and read, I don't know, what's another, The Guardian or something with a similar story. Just look at the opposite one, compare the facts, and then when you get a couple of the same things, that's probably the truth, the bit in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
Forget about the pictures, forget about all that stuff, forget about the headline, forget about the snazzy fucking thing. Just compare 2 articles and you're probably in the right ballpark then, I think.
I agree with you, mate. Right, I think that's enough for that.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm done with that.
Cool.
I totally agree.
All right, so that's number 12 in the bag. That was a good one. I enjoyed that.
Yes, I enjoyed that too.
There's 2 good movies coming out of that.
Yeah.
And I think we learned something about news sources. So
I enjoyed your news thing, but to be honest, yeah, I love the movie thing.
Yeah.
I love the movie thing.
Yeah.
We're going to write this. Anyway, so...
and even the snack, like, to be honest with you, those cheesy fish things, I might have to go and buy another bag of them.
Well, they've all gone.
They're gone. We almost had a fight about them.
That might be the first Snacks Unknown that's all gone.
Yeah.
While
he wasn't looking, I slipped the last Snickers bit into my mouth, and then we were, like, gnawing away at the cheese thing.
Fuck me, where did that Snickers
it's
thing
go?
It's in
my belly, mate. It was good. It was so good. I liked it.
All right, man. Well, I've had a good time again. Thank you, Jason.
This one was good.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Awesome. Catch you next time.
Peace.